I want you to pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel it. Not just the air filling your lungs, but the life force, the energy that moves through you, around you, and beyond you. Now ask yourself, why are you here? Not just on this video, but in this moment, in this life. You see, there are no accidents. The fact that you're here means you are one of the chosen ones. But the truth is, they've kept something from you. Something old, powerful, and vibrational. Something that could change the way you see yourself, your purpose, and your connection to the universe. Let me explain. We live in a world of distractions, don't we? Screens, noise, endless notifications pulling you away from what's real. But beneath all the noise, there's a frequency, a hum, a vibration that ties everything together. You felt it before, haven't you? Maybe in a moment of stillness, when the world seemed to pause and you felt connected to something bigger. Or maybe in a moment of synchronicity, when everything lined up perfectly, like a cosmic puzzle piece falling into place. That feeling, that alignment isn't random. It's the universe speaking to you, but most people are too distracted to hear it. And here's the thing, they don't want you to hear it. Who are they? It's not some shadowy group in a dark room. It's the systems, the structures, the forces that thrive on keeping you disconnected. This world operates on fear, scarcity, and division. Why? Because when you're disconnected from your true self, you're easier to control. You buy into the illusion that you're small, that you're powerless, that you need something outside of yourself to be whole. But the truth is, you've always been whole. You've always had the power. They just hid it from you. The chosen ones, people like you, are waking up. You're starting to question the narrative. You're starting to feel that pull, that whisper that says, there's more to this life. And you're right. There's a vibrational secret that's been kept from you. And once you understand it, everything changes. Let's talk about vibration. Everything in the universe is energy. Science tells us this, spirituality tells us this. From the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, everything vibrates at a frequency. And so do you. Your thoughts, your emotions, your very being, it's all vibration.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
When you're in a state of love, joy, or gratitude, your vibration is high. You feel good, you attract good things, life flows. But when you're in a state of fear, anger, or despair, your vibration drops. You feel stuck, disconnected, like you're swimming against the current. Here's the secret: they don't want you to know you control your vibration. Always, no matter what's happening around you, no matter what's been done to you, you have the power to shift your frequency. And when you do, you align with the flow of the universe. You become a magnet for abundance, love, and opportunities. You step into your power as a creator of your reality. But this isn't just about thinking positive thoughts or pretending everything's fine when it's not. This is about mastery. It's about understanding that your vibration is your responsibility. It's about doing the inner work to heal the wounds, release the baggage, and clear the blocks that keep you stuck in lower frequencies. Because here's the truth: the universe doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to what you are. If you want to attract love, you must become love. If you want abundance, you must embody abundance. If you want peace, you must cultivate peace within yourself. I know what you're thinking, that sounds hard. What about all the pain I've been through? What about the things I can't control? And you're right. Life can be hard. Pain is real. But here's another secret: they don't want you to know your pain is your power. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every struggle you faced has been preparing you for this moment. The chosen ones are not chosen because they're perfect or special or better than anyone else. They're chosen because they've been through the fire and they've come out stronger. You've been shaped, refined, and prepared for a purpose greater than you can imagine. But to step into that purpose, you must make a choice. Will you stay in the illusion, the fear, the doubt? Or will you rise above it? Will you let the past define you? Or will you use it as fuel to create a new reality? The choice is yours, and it always has been. Let me ask you something: what would your life look like if you fully stepped into your power? Not a little bit, not halfway, but fully. No more fear, no more playing small, no more waiting for permission. Just you, standing in your truth, aligned with your highest self, creating a life that feels like freedom. Can you picture it? Can you feel it? That vision, that feeling is your birthright. But to claim it, you must raise your vibration. You must become a match for the life you want to live. Now let me teach you how. It starts with awareness. Pay attention to how you feel. Your emotions are your compass, guiding you toward alignment or away from it. When something feels good, it's in harmony with your true self. When something feels bad, it's a signal that you're out of alignment. Don't judge it, just notice it. Then take action. What can you do right now to feel a little better, to raise your vibration? Maybe it's as simple as taking a deep breath, going for a walk, or listening to music that lifts your spirit. Maybe it's as profound as forgiving someone who hurt you or letting go of a belief that no longer serves you. But the most powerful way to raise your vibration is gratitude. Gratitude is the highest frequency you can experience. It shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from fear to love. When you're grateful, you align with the flow of the universe. You send out a signal that says, "I am open to receiving more of this," and the universe responds. So start small. Every day, find something to be grateful for. It could be the sunlight on your face, the breath in your lungs, or the fact that you're alive in this incredible, mysterious, beautiful world. And here's the last thing I'll say: you are not alone. The chosen ones are waking up all over the planet. We're finding each other, connecting, sharing wisdom, and raising the vibration of the collective. You are part of something much bigger than yourself. You are a spark of the divine, a piece of the infinite, a co-creator of this reality. And the world needs you to step into your power. Because when you do, you give others permission to do the same. So I'll ask you again, why are you here? Not just on this video, but in this life. What is your purpose? What is the vibration you want to bring to the world? Sit with these questions. Feel the answers. And remember, you are the one you've been waiting for. All right, let's get into it. You've heard the whispers of something greater, but let's be real. What does it actually mean to unlock this vibrational secret? Not in abstract terms, but tangibly, practically, in a way that changes your life. Here's the truth: everything you've been searching for has always been inside you. But most people never find it, not because it's hidden, but because they've been trained to look in the wrong places. The external world, that's just a mirror. The real work, the real answers are internal. Let me put it this way: imagine for a moment that your life is a radio. You're constantly broadcasting a frequency, sending out signals to the universe. But here's where it gets interesting: the universe is also broadcasting back to you, matching your frequency with experiences, people, opportunities, and challenges. So if you don't like what's showing up in your life, it's not about fixing the broadcast tower, it's about tuning your internal dial. Most people are stuck on the wrong station, picking up static, wondering why their lives feel chaotic or uninspired. But here's the game changer: you can change the station anytime you want. The question is, what frequency are you operating on right now? Let's break it down. Everything in your life, your relationships, your health, your finances reflects your vibration. Are you operating on fear, doubt, scarcity, or are you operating on love, trust, and abundance? Be honest with yourself here. Not because there's judgment, but because clarity leads to transformation. If you can identify the frequency you're aligned with, you can start to shift it. And that shift, that's the quantum leap. Here's where most people get stuck, though. They think, if I just work harder, push more, try to fix everything outside of me, then I'll feel better. But that's an endless loop. It's like trying to rearrange the furniture in a burning house. The real solution is to address the fire, the vibration, and everything else will naturally fall into place. You've seen this happen before. Think about a time when you were in a great mood. Didn't everything seem to flow effortlessly? The right people showed up. Opportunities came out of nowhere. Even small annoyances didn't bother you. That wasn't luck. That was alignment. Now let's talk about how to create that alignment consistently. It starts with understanding that your thoughts and emotions aren't random, they're patterns. And those patterns create your reality. Have you ever noticed how one negative thought can snowball into a bad day? Or how a single moment of gratitude can shift your entire perspective? That's the power of vibration in action. But here's the catch: most people let their environment control their patterns. Something external happens and they react. They feel like puppets with their emotions being pulled by strings they can't see. But what if you cut the strings? What if you became the master of your internal world instead of a victim of the external one? Let's get specific. Every thought you think is like a seed. Plant thoughts of fear, and you'll grow a garden of anxiety. Plant thoughts of love, and you'll grow a garden of peace. But here's the tricky part: most of your thoughts aren't even yours. They're borrowed, picked up from the people around you, from the media, from the collective energy of the planet. And many of them are running on autopilot, like background programs you don't even realize are there. So the first step is awareness. Noticing the patterns. Catching the moment when a thought arises and choosing whether to feed it or let it go. Here's a practical exercise. Next time you feel off, angry, sad, frustrated, don't push it away. Stop and ask, what's the story I'm telling myself right now? Because every emotion is tied to a story. Maybe it's, I'm not good enough, or nothing ever works out for me. Whatever it is, it's just a story. And the beautiful thing about stories is that you can rewrite them. So instead of spiraling into the same old narrative, try this: shift the story. Choose a new thought, even if it feels unnatural at first. Say, I am enough, or things are always working out for me. At first, it might feel like a lie. But the more you practice, the more you'll start to believe it. And when you believe it, you'll start to see evidence of it everywhere. But let's not stop there. Shifting your thoughts is just the beginning. Let's talk about the body. Your body is like an antenna for vibration. Every cell, every organ, every breath is part of the frequency you're broadcasting. And most people carry so much stuck energy in their bodies: old emotions, unprocessed pain, years of stress that it's like trying to run a race with weights tied to your legs. So how do you release it? Movement, breath, stillness. These are your tools. Whether it's yoga, dancing, running, or simply taking a deep breath and letting it out with a sigh, you've got to let the energy move. Otherwise, it stagnates. And stagnant energy lowers your frequency. Let's take this deeper. Have you ever noticed how your posture changes when you're feeling confident versus when you're feeling defeated? That's not just psychology, it's vibration. Stand up right now. Seriously. Stand up, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, and breathe deeply. Feel the difference? That's a vibrational shift. And the more you practice aligning your body with the frequency you want to embody, the more natural it becomes. But there's one more piece to this puzzle, and it's the most powerful of all: your heart. Science has shown that the heart generates the strongest electromagnetic field in the body, far stronger than the brain. And that field is directly tied to your emotions. When you're feeling love, compassion, or gratitude, your heart's rhythm becomes smooth and coherent, and that coherence radiates out into the world. People can feel it. You felt it too when someone walks into a room and their energy is so magnetic, so uplifting, that it changes the whole atmosphere. That's heart power, and it's not reserved for a select few. It's available to you right now. Here's how to tap into it. Close your eyes for a moment and bring your focus to your heart. Imagine you're breathing in and out through the center of your chest. Now think of something you're grateful for. It could be anything: a person, a memory, even the fact that you're alive. Hold that feeling as you breathe. Can you feel the warmth? The expansion? That's your heart's electromagnetic field shifting, aligning, broadcasting a new frequency. And the more you practice this, the stronger it gets. Now let's get real. This isn't a one-time thing. Raising your vibration is a daily practice. It's a choice you make moment by moment, day by day. And some days it will be harder than others. That's okay. Growth isn't linear. What matters is that you keep showing up, keep tuning in, keep choosing to align with the frequency of your highest self. Because the more you do, the more your external reality will start to shift. And when that happens, you won't have to convince anyone of anything. Your life will be the proof. So here's the question: if you were to raise your vibration right now, what would shift? How would your relationships change? Your career? Your health? Sit with that for a second. Feel into it. Because this isn't about waiting for some future moment to arrive. It's about realizing that the power to transform your life has always been in your hands. Or rather, in your energy. Let's get straight to it. There's a blueprint for how this reality works, but most people never see it. They live their entire lives reacting to what's in front of them, thinking that's all there is. But the truth, this isn't a random, chaotic universe. It's precise, it's intentional, and it's governed by laws that are as real as gravity. Once you understand these laws, you stop being a victim of life and start becoming the architect of it. Look around you. Everything you see, touch, or experience was once an idea, a thought. The chair you're sitting on, the device you're using to watch this, even the walls of the room you're in, they all started as energy, as intention, as vibration. And here's where it gets personal: you're doing the exact same thing, all the time. Every thought, every emotion, every belief you hold is like a blueprint that the universe uses to build your reality. The problem is, most people are designing unconsciously. They don't realize they're holding the pen. So their reality ends up being a reflection of fear, doubt, and limitation. But it doesn't have to stay that way. Let me break it down. Imagine reality as layers. At the surface, there's the physical world, the people, the experiences, the circumstances you encounter every day. But just below that, there's the energetic world, the unseen currents of vibration that create the physical. That's where the real work happens. Change the energy, and the physical world has no choice but to follow. It's not magic, it's mechanics. So how do you rewrite the blueprint? It starts with clarity. What do you actually want? Not what you think you should want, not what society says you should want, but what feels true to you. Most people never even stop to figure this out. They spend their lives chasing goals that aren't theirs, wondering why they feel empty when they achieve them. So let's get real here. What would light you up? What would make you feel alive, energized, unstoppable? Once you're clear on what you want, the next step is alignment. You can't create something new while staying stuck in the old. That's like trying to paint a masterpiece on a dirty canvas. You've got to clean it up, release the beliefs, emotions, and patterns that are out of sync with the life you want to create. This isn't about forcing or faking it. It's about shifting your state so that what you want becomes inevitable. Let's talk about beliefs for a second, because they're at the core of this. A belief is just a thought you've repeated so many times that your mind has accepted it as truth. And yet, most of your beliefs aren't even yours. They were handed to you by your family, your culture, your past experiences. And some of them are so deeply ingrained that you don't even realize they're there, quietly running the show. Things like, I'm not good enough, or money is hard to come by, or people always leave. These beliefs act like filters, shaping how you see the world and what you think is possible. And until you shift them, they'll keep creating the same results. But here's the good news: beliefs can be changed. Start by questioning them. Whenever a limiting thought comes up, ask yourself, is this absolutely true? Most of the time it's not. It's just a story you've been telling yourself. And once you see it for what it is, a story, you can rewrite it. Replace it with something that serves you. Instead of I'm not good enough, try I am capable of more than I can imagine. Instead of money is hard to come by, try abundance is my natural state. At first, it might feel fake. That's normal. But the more you repeat it, the more your mind starts to accept it. And when your beliefs shift, your reality follows. Now let's take this deeper. Beliefs are the foundation, but emotions are the fuel. You can't think your way into a new reality without feeling it. Emotions are what give your intentions power. Think about it: when you're truly excited about something, you radiate a different energy. People notice. Opportunities seem to come out of nowhere. That's not a coincidence, that's alignment. The universe doesn't respond to your thoughts alone, it responds to the energy behind them. So if you want to create something new, you've got to feel it now, as if it's already done. Not in the future, not someday, now. Here's an exercise to try. Pick something you want to create in your life. Close your eyes and imagine it as vividly as you can. See it, hear it, feel it. But don't just picture it, step into it. Feel the emotions of already having it. What does it feel like to live that reality? Joy? Freedom? Gratitude? Let those emotions fill your entire being. That's the signal you're sending out to the universe. And when you hold that frequency consistently, the universe has no choice but to match it. But let's be honest, this isn't always easy. Life will test you. Challenges will come up. Old patterns will try to pull you back. That's not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're growing. Think of it like this: when you plant a seed, the first thing it has to do is break through the soil. That process isn't easy, but it's necessary. The same goes for you. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to choose a higher frequency, to align more fully with the life you're creating. And here's where most people give up. They hit a roadblock and think, this isn't working. But the truth is, the roadblock is part of the process. It's the universe asking, how bad do you want this? Will you stay in faith, or will you fall back into fear? This is where the chosen ones rise, not because they never face challenges, but because they keep going. They hold the vision. They trust the process. They know that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. So let's talk about trust, because it's the final piece of the puzzle. Trust isn't about sitting back and doing nothing. It's about taking inspired action while knowing that the outcome is already taken care of. It's about showing up every day with the energy of, I know this is mine. I know the universe is working with me. That kind of trust is magnetic. It pulls in the people, resources, and opportunities you need, often in ways you never could have planned. But trust requires one thing above all: letting go. Letting go of how you think it should happen. Letting go of the need to control every detail. Letting go of the timeline. Most people get stuck here. They think, it's not happening fast enough, or it's not happening the way I expected. And in that moment, they block the flow. They tighten their grip, and the very thing they want slips further away. So instead of holding on so tightly, try this: relax. Not because you're giving up, but because you're making space. Space for the universe to surprise you. Space for things to unfold in ways that are bigger and better than you imagined. Now, let's tie this all together. You are the blueprint, the designer, the creator. Your thoughts are the plans. Your emotions are the energy. Your trust is the foundation. And your actions are the builders. When all of these align, there are no limits to what you can create. You don't need permission. You don't need anyone to validate your vision. You just need to decide. Decide who you want to be, what you want to create, and hold that vibration with everything you've got. Not someday, not when it's convenient. Now. Because the life you want isn't waiting for you, it's waiting on you. So here's the question: if the blueprint of your reality is entirely in your hands, what are you going to create with it?